Welcome. Okay, a small session today. Small sessions are also very beneficial. Let us introspect what we were listening to. I, the soul, am peaceful, loveful. If I am peaceful and loveful, our session today, we're going to see how our mind influences our body. There are many people in the world who influences us in a good way and in a bad way. But our mind is our best friend and the worst enemy, right? If the mind becomes your best friend, it can serve you to the last breath. And whatever your mind thinks, your body is feeling. So let us take, for example, and just sit in silence for 1 minute. That if my mind at this moment is thinking something positive, thoughts about happiness, how does my body feel? And at that same time, let us create an opposite of that. And just imagine what impact the body will have on that. Okay, so I'm sure we all have the experience of our own lives, right? The days when we are very, very happy, correct? That day just passes so easily. Even if complications, situations, people come into our lives, not according to our standards, or not according to our way of thinking, we won't mind it, right? Never mind. But that same day, if I'm not very positive and I'm opposite of that, what do you think will happen? A little trigger from a child who has no idea what he's doing, it will influence us in a very negative way. So the mind has capability of thinking positive and thinking negative. That's its job. Yeah? It is our part as a driver to see which route I want to take. Suppose when you're driving, and sometimes I'm sure all of you have taken wrong turns, right, in life, when you're driving, and you end up in a place, and that's not where you wanted to go. But the moment you say, okay, I'm going to make a U-turn or I'm going to turn around, was that your decision? So the mind has an ability to think both ways. So let's say a body has some situation, some problems that come. And the body is made of 5 elements, right? Fire, air, space, earth, water. So if the 5 elements outside are always moving, my body is also moving according to that. But if my mind, irrespective of the elements, situations, people, circumstances, it can keep this mind perfectly stable. Even if it goes negative, I can bring it back in a matter of seconds. If I don't do that, that 1 second, as they say, a second of anger can cause lots of effects on the body, correct? So it is same way true. If you think positive for 1 second, it has that much benefit. So today, we are not learning anything new, right? We've had these sessions for many, many times. And we use the practice of breathing. And why breathing? Because when I'm not in my original self of thinking right, or in my peaceful, loveful stage, I go into the opposite. It's the other gear that I'm on. The moment I bring back that, my body feels relaxed, right? The chemicals which I release when I'm positive are as important as when I'm negative and I'm releasing it, isn't it? So when you're positive, it's all good hormones. Endorphin, when we talk about dopamine, all of these are chemical names which gives us feelings of upbeat. Yeah, we feel good about it. And the same effect is on the opposite. As we say, stress is the number one cause of all the diseases today. But who is the bringing up the stress? No one else is bringing. We ourselves are taking it, right? Do you think it's the circumstances or myself have taken the stress? What do you think? We are taking it? Are you sure? Be careful because your picture is being shot. If we are the creator of our negative thoughts and our positive thoughts, then our body should be under our control, right? So if I have in my 30 years didn't think so much positive, will my body have that effect? Yeah? Yes? It will. It will. No matter how much I refuse, no matter how much I blame others. But this car is mine. I'm going to have to walk with this car. So all we are learning in this session to keep this mind in the gear of positivity. And believe me, when we start doing this, and a lot of times when a negative thought happens, it multiplies in 1,000 times in a matter of seconds, few seconds. Same is true for the positive. So let us just relax and contemplate. If any negative thoughts come, and that can affect my body in such a way, can I not change that into positive thoughts in a second? So a very basic way to do this is through the breath. Yeah? Sometimes when our mind is agitated, stressed, our pulse is also in that same rhythm. So we're going to use the technique of chanting Om 5 times. So whenever you feel that your mind is not under your control, just sit down by yourself, go inward, and just start chanting 5 times. That's all. Let's take a deep inhalation. We'll sit in Dhyan Mudra, index and your thumb together, rested on your knees. And we'll start with chanting of Om. Take a deep inhalation. Om. Om. Oh. 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 And relax. So just 5 times chanting Om will bring your alignment. In the car, when you're driving, it goes in a different direction. The driver brings it back into the right position, right? Same thing. When you sit for a moment and realize that I, the soul, am peaceful, that peace energy radiates into each and every cells of your body. So let's do deep inhalation and exhalation, considering that I'm a peaceful soul. That mind, when it starts thinking in a positive way, the body will have such an enormous benefit that you yourself will be surprised. Let's take a deep inhalation and then exhale through your nose. Inhale and exhale. Now with our mind, let us create a beautiful thought. I, the soul, am peaceful and very happy. Each and every cells of my body is healthy, also very happy. I radiate energy of love into each and every cells of my lungs. When the mind has these thoughts of positivity, the fear chemicals, the chemicals that are released from anger, from greed, from attachment, from insult, from jealousy, from, can fill in the blank, so many of them. The moment I bring my attention to my original quality of who I am, and the mind is your faculty, it is working for you, not against you. So the more and more you practice with the breathing, make your mind your best friend. As you're doing this, my lungs are healthy and I'm responsible for them. Every day I do this breathing for 5 minutes. I release as I exhale. They say 7 chakras, when they get blocked, the energy cannot move. That's where the dis-ease is coming. And the moment you bring it into ease, the energy will start flowing. So it's the game of imbalance to balance, and from balance to imbalance. The moment I realize that I'm in the state of imbalance, you bring it back to balance. That's it. That is the mind game. Because mind can only do 2 things. The moment I breathe in, I can think I'm peaceful, I'm loveful, and everyone around me is loveful, peaceful. Or I could take in inhalation and say same thing, that I don't like, fill in the blank, those chemicals are in. It's a matter of thought. And these 5 senses keep inhaling and exhaling. These 5 senses are our gift. Yeah? Imagine not having eyes and you cannot see. So what we see and what we take in is our responsibility. If I see something that is not right, can I change that in a matter of seconds? Yeah, I can. That's why they say, see, but don't see. Hear, but don't hear. Speak. Speaking is very important. Once it's out, it's out. But in your mind, you still have control. If you can control your mind with the power of your breath, you're releasing nothing but positive thoughts. The body itself will give you the result. That is your proof. And relax. Just 5 minutes. Is that too much? Not at all, right? 5 minutes. Has anyone practiced? Yeah. And how do you feel? Feels good? Feels good, right? Now, if I say you feel good, that is wrong, because you're telling me you're feeling good. That's a right experiment, right? Because my experiment is mine. Your experiment with your thoughts will be yours. So if we blame ourselves for our body, why or what happened, we just have to bring our mind to that focus, that no one to blame but myself. Let me fix it. Start doing the breathing exercises and you will see the mind will shift into that positive gear. Let's do our 3rd breathing, forceful exhalation. So we're going to put our finger right below your nostrils. You feel the air coming out. That means you're doing correctly. Now let us continue to do this and visualize that I'm detoxing my mind, and in return, my body is also detoxing. As I exhale, I release all of my old habits, which was causing me pain and suffering. I release that today. I create a positive mindset, which in that I'm releasing any negative thoughts. Just with the power of your mind, your thoughts, and the power of your breath, that's the action. Both are actions. One is subtle, the other is physical. That's why they say anything you work on the subtle way, inside, at a deeper level, the outside will manifest on its own. So what will happen when I'm exhaling is my body's organs in the midsection, kidneys, liver, pancreas, they're all exercising now. And I'm creating such a mindset that I have blocked and I have stopped my energy movement into these organs. So in return, I either have lifestyle diseases, which we call diabetes, blood pressure, cholesterol, stress, anxiety, depression, panic attack. You just go on and on and on and on. 9,000 names of the physical ailments that we ourselves are responsible. Now, the moment I change my gear and bring this awareness that I'm peaceful, I'm loveful, I forgive, I let go. All the chemicals that were under the stress of your own creation, blocked, will start creating an energy, chemicals, because you are the pharmacy inside. Your thoughts are your pharmacy. If you create positive thoughts, you're releasing good chemicals. If you're creating negative thoughts, you're creating the negative chemicals. It's a very simple logic, very simple doing. So if thinking and doing becomes very simple, the life is actually beautiful. When we look outside, the blaming happens. When we go within, we start transforming. Just transform yourself. Just take care of yourself. The rest will be taken care. And if each one of us can create that mindset that I'm responsible for my thoughts, I'm responsible for my body, I'm responsible for who I'm around with. If I have the right company, then I'm also in a blissful state. So if there is any opposite, I need to release it. Let they be my relatives. Let they be my friends. Let them be anybody who is causing that imbalance in me. Releasing meaning forgiving. Don't leave them alone. They'll send more energy. Releasing meaning, let go, forgive them, let it be. The moment you do that, the blockage of 20 years, 30 years will start releasing. Yeah? And that is the cause of such a depression right now. Anxiety is nothing that is building up and relax. When the pressure builds up, it can be 5 years pressure, 10 years, 20 years, or even a second ago. When the pressure builds up, it eventually will come into the body. That's why in Ayurveda we say that it takes long time for us to be in that gear of negative or positive mindset to have the effect on the body. So if you're doing healthy diet, healthy thinking, 30 years after, you'll still have healthy mind and healthy body, right? Same as opposite. If you have negative mindset for 30 years, 30 years it took to have this body was imbalanced. So just switch. The moment we switch, we can come back. Yeah, it's not a matter of 30, 40, 50 years, 10 years ago, 5 years ago. The moment I align myself, I the soul, and peaceful, loveful. I forgive. I thank everyone. Now let's go ahead and do our next breathing with that mindset. Take a deep inhalation with your left. Now close the left and exhale right. Inhale right and exhale left. Inhale left again. Exhale right. Inhale right and exhale left. Inhale left again. Exhale right. Inhale right again. And exhale left. Let us continue this. Let us continue. I'm going to give you a beautiful thought. Visualize that I, the soul, am using the power of my mind to send the energy of positivity. My left and right side of the brain is completely balanced. Love and love. I, the soul, giving the directions to the brain, the signaling system from the brain is perfect. Each and every cells of my body is receiving the energy of peace, love, health, happiness. And now create another thought. However way I have abused my body with my thoughts, I am now changing that pattern to say thank you for this body. Thank you for this divine gift, to the Creator who has created me. Let us visualize His rays of light and light is empowering myself. The vibrations of light and light are entering into each and every cells of my body. The breath, which is in my control, I'm in charge. And with that, I'm radiating nothing but health and power. I, the soul, with my mind, I'm creating such a beautiful chemicals in my pharmacy of inside. And I radiate those chemicals of love, compassion, merciful. All of those thoughts are reaching my heart. My heart is filled with love and compassion. My heart is letting go, is now genuinely letting it go. All the jealousy, hatred, anything that I have created unknowingly, I release that today. And relax. So let us train our mind to do everything positive. The more and more I train my mind, the body will work accordingly. Now, the body is doing such a good job sitting, listening, and for that I'm very grateful. So visualize and say thank you to this wonderful gift of body, which all of us are granted. The gift which I have no power to create. With my eyes, my mind goes to that supreme, the source who has created this beautiful instrument. With this, I can bring the awareness of who I am. I'm Master Almighty Powerful. And if I am Master, my chest automatically fills with that energy of love, compassion, and kindness. As you exhale, I release that whatever I have, I share. If I take in nothing but goodness, if my mind is positive, then the body is thriving perfectly. It doesn't go around seeing any sightseeings, but just focusing. If there are any sightseeings with compassion and feelings of merciful, I bring that person, that car, into alignment by giving them the charging and relax. Have you ever had a car which broke down? Battery? Yeah. What did you do? What did you do? Asked for help? Same thing. So many people in the world. If when our battery is charged, then we'll start charging others, right? Can you imagine? Nobody's car will be stopped because they don't have a battery. The powers that you take in with just the power of your thoughts can do such a wonder in the world. That's why it says if one battery is charged, if one candle is lit, how many can we light? Right? That's what life is about. Placebo is nothing but when my mind is positive in every situation, the situation will pass. That's telling you that positive vibrations were with you. And the nocebo is when my mind is negative, no matter if an angel or God Himself comes down, nothing will help. And relax. Arms straight. Inhale. And with that gratitude of the attitude of the mind, I embrace all my brothers and sisters. We are one family in my mind. Has love, compassion, and kindness that is just pouring. And visualize that I send love and peace. The more and more I receive from my Father, and I become full, I start charging. Or even if I don't want to charge, seeing me, everybody will start moving in that same direction. Visualize that I'm the creator of my destiny. I can change any second, and I embrace whatever comes. I'm a fearless soul. I'm healthy. I'm welcome, and I'm perfect. Life is good. And relax. How many of you think life is very good? It's very good, right? The moment you change your perspective, it's good. Can I take it into the opposite too? This very second? Yes. Imagine the power. Left hand on your right shoulder. Bring your arms around and just go on the left side. Just tell your body, thank you so much for serving me. And exhale. Now imagine if somebody is serving you every day, bringing you tea and coffee, what will come out of your mouth? Blessings? Yeah, nothing but blessings, right? Every morning when you become conscious, the breath is going on. If we start saying thank you to that first breath that I have been given another day to serve, that's it. That's all we need to make this body be healthy and perfect. Our purpose, and even this body's purpose, is to serve you. And if our mind is in positive gear, body will serve you in that way. Body is serving you. Remember, And if the body serves you every day, nothing but gratitude will come out of your mouth. And relax. Now fingers, inhale and exhale. I had a class yesterday at YMCA. An elderly person came to me and said, I love your class. And whatever you're saying makes so much sense. When my doctor told me to leave white color food, and he said, I left that. And I lost 55 pounds. And he was elderly. He was over 70, 75. Yeah, so lots of things. If our mind isn't positive, changing, wanting to make difference, it can happen. Visualize, I'm holding Almighty Authority, my Father, who's always with me and giving me strength and powers. Take those powers. And that is your willpower. If you want, you can change very second and relax. Arms straight. And when you receive that, just take that. Such a blessings. So our body doesn't require much. Eat whatever you want. Just think right. When the thinking happens right, the body will naturally start saying, feed me good. It will happen. It will start doing it on its own. Because the body is there to serve you. The moment we said, let's bring our arms straight, the body did that, right? Magical. The mind says it, and the body does. Imagine the mind's power. The signaling system has to be so good. And imagine there is any signal that is lost. Body is not going to function in that area. So it is not even the body we have to fix. The mind. Our thoughts are so powerful that if I decide today that I'm not going to do something, it has that much power. Inhale up and around. The days that you think you're not feeling good, those are the days you want to sit down with yourself, do the breathing, and take care of yourself. Because those are the times which requires for us to go inward. Just relax. A simple technique, which I love, routine. It has so much powers. Discipline life. You get up in the morning, from morning till night, if you have a routine built in, reverse, you'll be very healthy. So you eat same time, you sleep same time, you just do that, you don't even have to do anything else. But a lot of times we get bored with that routine, right? That's when we thought it was fun, but it brings the opposite of it. So I find the creator of my thoughts from today onwards, visualize that I will create beautiful, positive thoughts so I can have a healthy body. Because in this day and age, there's so much of information, so much. Who to follow and who not to follow, right? You come to this class and I tell you to do breathing. You go to another class and they say, okay, have diet, change your diet. You go somewhere else and they tell you something else. It's okay. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. Whatever makes sense to you, start experimenting. That's it. And if it feels good, then stick to it. I was telling my other class the other day that once you find a husband, you're not going to go out looking for another husband, right? So if you found a way to take care of yourself, just stick to it. Very simple. Positive, positive mindset will take care of you the rest of your life. The body will also move in that gear. Inhale, look up, and exhale down. Inhale up, and exhale down. Now visualize I'm the master of this body. I radiate energy of love and peace. And this body is moving so beautifully. The driver is calm and peaceful. And the car will drive in the same direction. Don't build any pressure that we have to take a blood pressure pill. Inhale right and exhale. Inhale left and exhale right, left. Visualize both sides. The neck joints are perfect. Now let's do clockwise. Inhale and exhale. In all four directions. The energy is flowing perfectly. The mind is completely relaxed. And the energy field is calm and relaxed. Reverse. Just continue to relax yourself, because you can bring that relaxation the moment you tell your mind, relax. It should start to work. And if it's not working, that means I have to say that same mantra again and again every day. And that's the practice. That's the discipline. That's the way of living a life which is creating my routine. And relax. Good. Everyone feeling good? Any questions? No? Okay, well, we talked about the mind. If you have any questions, you can also speak. But let me just tell you simple things about taking care of this body. Simple things. When you wake up in the morning, because it's cold, drink hot water, right? When your body is cold, you want hot, right? When your body is hot, then you want to drink a normal temperature. When you're eating food, just chew your food 38 to 40 times. Now, why? Because while you're chewing, digestion is happening while you're chewing. The more liquid it becomes, the more the body will not have to work so hard. Yeah, simple. And while you're chewing, no matter whatever you're eating, yeah, let's say you're diabetic and you're eating something sweet that day. Okay, no problem. Just don't create the thoughts that, oh my God, this is not good for me. Okay, can we do that? That's it. The moment you have food in front of you, remember the divine. Give vibrations, positive, positive vibrations. And that food will do such a wonder. Because right now, whatever we are eating, we're judging so much. Those vibrations are going in. Yeah? Whatever comes in front of you, suppose you're not able to make it, somebody else is making for you because you're not able to. Whatever comes, take it. It's God's blessings. Eat. It will take care of your body. Outside, there's too much noise. What to eat, not to eat. Inside, the mind says, I know what I like, what I don't like. Yeah. Eat something some days and your body will react. Yeah. Will you eat that same food again? No. You're listening to your own body, right? That's all you have to do. Every body is different. Our impressions are different. So even if I tell you something, this is not right for you, but it has worked for you, will you leave it? Probably not, because it has served you, right? So whatever works for you, just do that. Now, as they say, the energy that we need, if you continue to eat every 2 hours, then our body is consuming that energy to digest that food. So have a routine. If you're eating, then eat that time and then have a little break, 3-4 hours. Don't eat. That becomes your fasting. And that fasting is your digestion period. Sleeping, very easy. Before you go to sleep, clear everything from your mind and go to sleep. And remember this gift of life. When you sleep like that, you'll have a beautiful good night's sleep. You don't need any pills, no support system when we are living in this harmony of our thoughts. We only need support system when we are not in that harmony. And we've been in that disharmony for a long time. To bring back that harmony, it's a thought away. That now I change that and I start practicing. So in winter, eat something that is warm. Soup, whatever you like, just see if your body absorbs it, it digests. And eat that food. And yesterday, that brother said, I didn't eat white. That meant sugar and white flours. And he said he lost 55 pounds. I was surprised. I'm like, wow, it's really amazing. So yes, certain food does trigger our body's chemicals. So if you do listen and it makes sense to you and you want to try it, then, we should be open to that. But our body is very simple. Mind, we should keep it simple, not too complicated. Correct? How many glasses of water to drink? Well, your body will tell you. If it's dehydrated, it will tell you drink. But having enough fluid, because we're 70% water, our body is made up of that. So drink enough. 7 to 8 glasses. If 5 fills you up, no problem. And do the breathing. Breathing is so important. You try for a week. And if you get the benefit, how many of you have gotten the benefit of doing the breathing? Yes. And if you have the benefits, then continue. If you didn't see any results, then you can let it go. But keep trying something or the other that will make you feel good. Because life is beautiful. Whatever happens is perfect. Whatever happened today is perfect. Whatever will happen tomorrow will be perfect. Have that mindset. All right. Well, if you don't have any questions? Yes, dear.
What if when we are sleeping and if we get some unpleasant dreams and you woke up scared or restless? What do you do at that time? How do you quiet yourself, calm yourself?
So our dreams are manifestation of our thoughts for a long, long time, right? So let's say a scenario may have happened in your life. So you have to go back. Why these dreams are coming, right? Because there's something that is bothering us. And if you have that feeling of that fear, and as they say, when you do the breathing, right, the mindset of letting go of whatever is causing that dream. So deep within you, there could be some blockage, not sure. And the more and more you do the breathing, it cleanses, yeah? Especially this breathing. Yeah, when that happens, just start doing some breath work. Relax yourself by going and just letting it go. That maybe it was just a dream, and don't think about it. The reason it becomes more and more is because we think about that. Why this happened? This was so scary. And, the world is full of all of this. If we want the fear to come in, we can bring that anytime, right? So just have the mind in that right gear, and the dreams will also be beautiful. Because it's our journey, it's our journey of life. Each one of us carry different impressions. So what has happened with you, only you can take care of it. Wish I could just help you and say, okay, I'll erase the bad dreams. It can't happen. Just working with yourself, doing the breathing. Breathing really does magic in a subtle way to cleanse our mind and body.
And just have one more question. So I heard about we can bless other people, friends, family, relatives. So for those who are blessing the other people, they need to be in perfect health, or anybody can do blessings?
Blessings are very simple, right? Like, let's say I'm speaking nice to you. It's a blessing, right? I'm going to receive that blessing from you. So anything I do, my actions are filled with blessings, which means that I find positive all the time. I'm going to receive those blessings. And the more and more, it's my show. It's nobody else's. If I am positive, if I'm doing everything good, the blessings, my actions are actually blessings for the others. I'm not giving them anything. They are taking it. So if I'm helping you, you're taking that as a blessing. And your interaction of kindness towards me is a blessing. Simple. We can't bless anybody unless we bless ourselves. We just have to keep continuing to bless ourselves, no one else.
Thank you.
All right, everyone else good? Yes, brother.
Madam, sometimes when I sleep comfortably, well, and in the middle of my sleep, nearly after 1 or 2 hours, I got so much horrified in the dreams. Unnatural scenes come in my mind, which disturbs me a lot. Even after 2 or 3 hours, when I woke up, my heart, my brain is all stuck, and it is very difficult for me to cope up with the morning blessings. I don't know what it happens.
Yeah. All of us have a different impressions in our subconscious mind. Our lives are different, right? Whatever scenes that are coming in our lives are our own creation. So again, we have to work with ourselves and just find out what is causing that. So if I create again a positive mindset, if I do the breathing every day, if I remember divine, the source, who is my father, and get that energy from him. I think right now the world is filled with all of that. So when I see things and when I hear all of the other fearful stuff, it goes into my mind too. So maybe, not listening to too much of outside noise, and, just paying attention to ourselves. hopefully that will help, and just be in that bliss and peaceful mindset.
Thank you.
I think there are some questions in the chat too.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yes.
Do you have any class in this Montgomery County area? Say that again, I'm sorry.
Sister Antonia?
Oh, she's asking if you have any classes in Montgomery County in Maryland.
No, actually, we only have this one Zoom class, which happens once a month, and I'm in Chicago, so I do have classes here publicly, but
Thank you.
Sister Sheila, there's also 2 questions in the chat. Let's see. Oh. Sister Sheila, can you hear?
yes, I can hear
Okay.
you.
There's 2 questions in the chat. Would you like me to read those, or?
Yeah, would you
Okay.
mind reading those?
Sure. So one of them, I always get anxious. How do I get rid of anxiety?
Again, anxiety is our mind is creating all these thoughts about things that has not even happened, right? So our future, our moment is unknown to what's going to happen. All of these are negative thoughts. So the mind has to just create positive thoughts that life is good, everything is good, everything will be perfect. So these thoughts are my manifestation. So the moment I start breathing in, inhale these positive thoughts, you will notice, anxiety, depression is nothing but my mind is in that negative mindset. That's it. Anxiety is nothing but my mind is in the negative mindset. How do I bring that to positivity? Well, either I create my own power and be around those who are in that positive mindset, listening to anything that is peaceful, loveful, connecting to the higher power will only bring that ease. But this kind of mind is our own mind. Nobody else can help with that mind but ourselves. So just create positive thoughts, do the breathing. The breathing helps immensely with quietening down the mind. And that itself helps with anxiety and, depression. It's a psychological and physiological. Both are benefited by this breathing. Every day, just try it for 7 days and see how you feel. And if your thoughts are better, then your body will give you a good result and you'll continue. It's all experiment. I wish I had this magic answer that will ease you, which I think nobody in this world has that. If anybody's giving you that magic wand, then perhaps, everyone will line up there, but it's not. There is no magic wand. It's my own thoughts that I'm in charge of. And if that right thinking, right knowledge comes into that time, whenever that time is right, our life can change.
Sister Sheila, the other question from Sujata is, what is the easiest way to clean the mind before sleep?
It's very easy. Before you sleep, just go ahead and connect to Supreme, the source, the whole day, the activities that we have been doing, some are good, some are not so good, right? So you just surrender and say, okay, this is what I did today, and I'm so sorry. That's it. And if you did something good, and say, I did something very good, and I helped that person, or, whatever way you want to communicate. Have that chart. Give that chart to whoever you believe. Yeah? The source is one. And if you feel, you can write that with clearly your intentions. I think you'll have a very good night's sleep. And that's why they say good night's sleep, not bad night. Because when we're thinking of good, the night becomes good. And that chart has to be good. Just keep that chart good. All right. Well, today our session has gone a little longer, but thank you all for joining. And we're going to just take a moment and sit in silence. Remember, creative. Sit. Let us bring the awareness in the center of the forehead. I'm peaceful. I'm a loveful soul. I create my thoughts, remembering that divine. I'm a child. The ocean of peace. The vibrations of peace and love are radiating throughout my whole body to everyone around me, to all my colleagues, my friends, my loved ones. Let us radiate that energy of love and peace to all my brothers and sisters in the world, sending them love, peace, and happiness. And slowly go ahead and rub your palms, the positive energy, place them on the eyes. Slowly go over it from top to bottom. Okay, wonderful. Well, thank you again, everyone. Om Shanti. We'll see you next month.